life, sex, goals, and oh, hell knows, this is Midlife Craving. Zach, welcome back to the show.
Yes, it's good for you to have me back.
I'm so excited that you're here.
Yes.
So good to see you. I haven't seen you in a few weeks. It's been way too long.
Yes.
We can't go this long again. Today, I'm very excited because we're going to talk about sex stats.
Yes.
And you did your own, I did my own, and we're going to talk about them together. It's going to be hilarious because there's somewhere I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is kind of sad almost.
I know.
But there's a lot of things I found that I'm like, and this is Adrian's next, just the tip.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you know what? I feel like I could do we're going to do a whole episode.
Yeah, literally.
But I could talk about this a lot. There's so many, it's fascinating, all the different stats. Okay, so we're talking about that. But I want to catch up with you. My cravers want to catch up with you. How have you been?
Great. Very busy. Just work has been crazy and, life and just living the dream one day at a time.
Do you have a trip coming up?
Yes. So we are planning on going to France. We're doing a week in France and we're sailing home on the Queen Mary for a week. So my first transatlantic crossing. I have flashbacks.
You're literally going over. You're going on the pond.
Yes.
Not over, on.
Little Titanic flashback. I'm like, let me tell you, I will let go, Jack.
God. Oh, you're dead wrong for that.
Yeah, I gotta go. That door is mine.
Yeah, I'm taking that door. Yeah, the back door is mine. I like
yes.
that. Mm-hmm. I've been dabbling in that with Mike, so it's been fun. Mm-hmm. I know I haven't enjoyed anal. I mean, getting my ass ate a little bit here and there, but I've been doing I've been warming up to it again. The fingers in the ass. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I dabble in it a bit myself.
Yeah. Okay, but tell me about what you're most looking forward to on your trip, and I want to hear about this. What you're going to a castle?
So, just a palace, whatever. So we're staying at a chateau for a couple of days, but we're actually doing one full night at Versailles, so a whole day at Versailles. So they actually turned one of the buildings into a boutique hotel, 6 rooms. Each room has its own bathroom, but we actually get a private dosing the entire time we're there. You
get to eat there.
We eat in the palace. We get private unfettered tours of the palace after hours. We're gonna go horseback riding through the orangery, the orange gardens. That's the most fun I know.
I'm about to say. So I've heard some things about France and Paris.
Yeah. So
I've heard tourism there sucks and that they're kind of mean. So have you been learning French? You know the culture.
I've been learning more of the culture.
Cigarette. Oh, I'd smoke some cigarettes.
Yeah, right. So that's the one thing I didn't realize that everybody over there smokes, and
yes.
I was like, that's not really my thing. But c'est la vie. I grew up around it.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is the cultural norms I've learned over there. And then all of the fucking scams.
Oh my God, yes.
So when we're over there, when we're in Paris proper, we're having a private drive. I was like, first off, Noxzema Jackson and I do not do the bus. Tu Wong Fu, thank you for everything. Fuck you for your public transportation. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Not doing the bus. So, but when we go to the chateau in the Anjou region, we'll have a car then.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not taking public transportation. Cell phone snatching and pickpocketing is huge over there.
Oh yeah,
the
isn't there that TikTok lady? She's like, pickpocket. Yeah, that lady. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
And then if anybody walks up to you with because French people don't like to interact with you unless they have to.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody walks up to you and they try to hand you something,
don't take
hands
it.
in the air. Nope. If somebody drops something, don't pick it up.
Yes.
It's
and
massive
don't step
number.
on a painting.
Yep. Massive number of number of scams over there. And I'm like,
wow.
So one thing I'm not going to do is wind up in a French prison because some asshole was like, he stole my thing. I'm like, no.
Let me tell you something. I can't do time.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that in the Bahamas. I can't do time. Not even no. I'm not gonna be.
Well,
good
in a Bohemian jail too. That'd be really bad. Those are prisons you want to go to.
I mean, I felt like I was in prison and I was in a luxury hotel room.
Right.
Okay, I could barely handle that. Jesus. So everything else is good.
Everything else is great.
When are you, October? Is
October.
Your trip?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We have a couple of smaller trips planned, but that's the big one.
Yeah. I feel like I have so much travel coming up, and I didn't even really think about it when I was scheduling things last year, and then my relationship with Mike. So I'm going to Georgia next week, and then I'm going to Disney World. Then I'm going back to Georgia. Then I'm going to Virginia Beach. Then I'm going to Virginia Beach again. I was supposed to go to Jamaica. I canceled that just because of the travel warnings and stuff. And
it's crazy that Jamaica and the Bahamas have those travel warnings. I'm like, that's their single biggest source of revenue.
I know.
But yeah.
I mean, I just kept thinking to myself, I'm a single mom traveling. not the best idea. And if it's going to happen to somebody, it's going to happen to me. Like, look what happened when I got stuck in the Bahamas, and so I canceled that.
And honestly, if you want a Caribbean beach, there's 100 islands down there you can go to. So.
Right. So I actually am going to go to Florida for that week. So just changing some things around. But I do have like a lot of travel coming up, which is exciting and a lot of fun. I've really been having a really good time, flying around. It's funny.
Jet setting.
We've talked about like getting flown out, and Mike spoils me rotten with that. Like, he's like, "Hey, got you some tickets. You're coming to Vegas. Hey, you're coming down to Georgia." Like, it's really nice. Let me tell you something. I'm a new woman now. Sprinkle, okay? Because Mike is a man.
Yes.
Like, you've heard me talk. I've talked to you about him. Like, he's a real fucking man. Gone are the days of man-childs. I can't believe what I used to tolerate. It's embarrassing.
Me either, and I couldn't believe it when you were tolerating it.
I know.
And you get mad at me for saying, is this really what you want? And you're like, yes, but I love him.
Oh my God.
You're
those
like
were dark
Janet
times,
Jackson
Harry.
at the beginning of What Have You Done For Me Lately? Yes, girl, I love him. He does nice things. He used to do nice things.
I love that. I love, the sprinkle lady. She cracks me up. And if somebody asks her, what are you going to bring to the table? She goes, another man. I mean, it's fucking true. So I'm very happy. I've been through so much, a lot, and I'm not even going to give attention to it. We already talked about that, but everything, like, I'm serious when I say this, there is a plan for you that is greater and bigger than you. And in some way, in some form, everything's going to come together. It is going to work out. It always does.
You just have to be open to it. Yep.
Yeah. And so, when I was going through a bunch of stuff, and I have like family stuff and whatever, and Mike would say to me, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You don't have a choice. And unless you're dead, you're going to be okay. You know what I mean? And so I've been really counting my blessings, the incredible support and love and the friends that I have in my life. I mean, it is unbelievable. I've told you some of the stories, like the people that have come through for me. Wow. And that's just...
And that's a testament of true friendship. Because a lot of people, like, I don't do those fake friends. It's like, you got my back until the shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I don't want to get messy.
I know. I will tell you, when you do go through some tough times, and last year with all my health issues and whatever, it's been a ride. We're all riding the struggle bus together out here. I've been on a cross country tour.
Every year since I've known you.
But really, I'm so grateful and just so thankful, and I'm really happy. It's amazing. I firmly believe this. When God destroys your plans, is because he knew those plans were going to destroy you. And that's all I got to say.
Yep.
So moving on and up. Okay. Always glowing up. Can't do anything else.
Nope.
I just celebrated my 7 years since I had my glow up in 2017 when I got, my divorce.
I remember 2017.
Out of debt. Yeah. That's when we met.
Yes.
Out of debt.
I met you like right at the tail end of that
fall.
That
Yeah.
spiral. Yeah. You were finally like, I'm going to get my life together.
Yeah. Somebody once said to me, because I don't think that I'm crazy. I think I'm wild. I mean,
but I don't
two
think things can be true at the same time.
But like, I think... But when people say stuff to me, and I'm like, and I actually, like, when I'm living it, I'm like, this is normal. Everything's fine. I'm like that dog at the table and the whole room's on fire. And I'm like, I'm okay with the surroundings with right now. Like, I'm okay with this. But then I look back and I'm like, oh yeah, that was fucking nuts, or wow, that was a lot, but when you're going through it, you're just trying to survive. So anyways, life goes on.
That's any trauma patient though. Like, it's like, this is fine. Then you look back, it's like,
oh wow, I almost died from a tonsillectomy.
Yeah, right.
I had cancer. Right. Yeah, Jesus. All right, let's talk about, I really want to hear about the sex stats. And I want to know what you did, because I'm dying to hear. All right, so we're going to talk about sex stats. Zach and I took some time. You found yours. I found mine, and let's talk about them.
Let's do.
Okay.
So, first one. This is one I feel like you can relate to.
Okay.
And you can also help people who suffer from this. So either men are oblivious or women are really, really good actors. Because 85% of men said their partner had an orgasm the last time they had sex. Whereas only 64% of women said they had an orgasm the last time they had sex.
How many of them really did?
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah. So I think both those numbers are off. I think that I would say 90% of men say, oh yeah, I got my girl to come.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe 18% of women actually did. I faked for my whole entire life.
Mm-hmm.
I faked in my last relationship until I finally was like, I'm done with this shit. And I don't fake orgasms anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I bet that number's, yeah. And
Yeah,
I just want to say, you're doing your partner a disservice by faking orgasms because and that sucks. And I don't blame the guys for saying, oh yeah, I made her come. And by the way, I can make myself squirt without having an orgasm. Okay. So I know you may think like, oh yeah, wow, fucking Niagara Falls over here. And yeah, that's all fine and good, but that wasn't an actual orgasm. So, and I faked, I'm not proud of that, but it also too, I don't want to disappoint my partner. I don't want him to feel like he can't get me off. It's just me, especially. I know every woman's different and I don't speak for every woman, but for me, it takes a lot of time and my mind has to match my body.
Well, and as I was kind of reading these over, it literally said like men can almost always orgasm through vaginal intercourse. It's like women almost never can.
Never. Yeah, it's
so
clitoral stimulation.
And like if guys don't know that, then you're watching too much porn because that's not real.
Yeah.
But if
but
women,
like,
but you have to tell your man, but like this is what I need. Like
yes,
when me and my husband are going at it, like we're like I like this, I don't like that. Do more of this, ease up on that. Like sex is supposed he's not fucking a doll. Like
I feel like I could write a book about this, honestly. Everything starts with communication with your partner. Hands down. You need to not only communicate with them your needs, wants, and desires, you also need to have consent. Even with your husband or wife or partner, whatever. Consent is key. So that's where it begins. And then I feel like I don't know. There's so many facets to it. For me, I didn't ever want to disappoint anybody in my life. So I was like faking orgasms. But now I have just decided that I'm tired of that. And I want to have an orgasm. And so I tell my partner what it takes. And I use toys so much. Zach, it is very rare that I have an orgasm without a vibrator. It's very rare. And like the thing is too, is that like you tell your partner. So for instance, Mike and I think build up too, the foreplay is huge. You got to have so much foreplay, lots of pussy play, which by the way, makes everything better because you're wetter and whatever. And for men, it's the same as well. Like the build up is everything.
Yes.
So lots of foreplay. And then also your mind has to match your body. And so for instance, what I love about the partners that I have now is they know and they're patient with me. So I don't feel pressure where they're like, God, is she going to come yet? And I've had partners like that before. And so
because
faking is real. Yeah. Faking is very real. But we're doing everybody a disservice. So I no longer do it. And I know it's hard. It took me 40 years to get there.
Yep.
But yeah. Anyways, can I go with the stat?
Yeah,
okay.
Go.
Okay. The record, I think we both discussed this already, for most female orgasms is 134 in an hour.
That sounds painful.
That sounds like it's not possible to me. And painful. Was she sneezing and orgasming? Like, come on.
Well, it's like that one woman who like fucked 900 guys in a day or something like that. I'm like,
yeah.
First off, ew.
That's a lot.
And not even for her. Like that many guys is like you were just railroading that same like and all those other
they don't care.
You don't know what those other things have been. Yeah. I guess any hole's a goal for some men.
No, but 134 in an hour. I don't know if I really believe that, but whatever.
I want to know who, like, what scientific research lab was like. Let's study this.
Oh my God, I have something to admit. I have been on I've been watching gay porn. Like that's been my new thing.
Me too.
I have been watching. I don't know why. I go through fetishes and kinks when I'm watching my porn. Okay, lots of gay porn, but also I watched this like doctor scene where they had this girl come in, and honestly, it's like kind of like a fantasy for me now, where she came in and she got on a table and the doctor was like, okay, we're going to study you. Like, how does that feel? And like, I want to do that now. But he was basically like testing her and was like, does that feel good? And how long is that orgasm? And so I bet you I would like to do a study like that now. Now I want to do the doctor scene.
Well, there's literally a research institute called Orgasm Research.
Oh.
So
yeah, I want to do
Patient zero here.
Yeah. I'm like, fuck, that's hot. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so this is kind of a 2-for-1. So for condom use, first time sex with a condom, 56% of women said they used it, where 66% of men said they used it. And then 28% of men said they lost an erection while putting on a condom. So y'all women out here trying to baby trap these men with your 56%.
Man, that's actually kind of alarming.
Well, and I don't understand how that number is literally 10 percentage points off.
Yeah.
And it's like guys having sex with other guys, because like how did 10% of women have sex without a condom?
I mean,
when their partner is using a condom.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why like I took I love stats in college.
I love stat too.
I was like, I don't like
this is a fun episode for us.
The numbers aren't numbering and the math isn't mathing on that one.
But I that's alarming. I'm guilty of it. I have definitely had some, like the first time I fucked young blood, we didn't use a condom. You know, I mean, there's stuff that have happened for sure, but majority of the time, and especially in the lifestyle, oh my God, everyone's using protection at all times. And I'm a big fan of protection, especially after all I went through with, you know, getting HPV and having cancer or whatever. But, yeah. And especially in college, like, there was many times where I was like, oh shit. Like how I don't have herpes I should be studied for that.
Right. Probably have some like viral strand that doesn't get detected.
Oh my God. Okay. So here's a stat that I saw, and it said 88% of men and women admitted to masturbating. And I kind of feel like that should be 100. No?
Well, I mean, you think like, especially as people get older.
At some time. No, but at some point in your life, come on. All right.
Well, literally, come on.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no. If you're not, like, that's how boring.
I have had friends.
But you know, the same people that don't masturbate are the people who sleep with like a pillow that's about an inch thick, and that's all they sleep on. Like, it's like you just enjoy being unhappy in life.
The first time I ever went to Mr. July's house, he had like a pillow like that, and I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Right?
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It was a red flag.
I don't even understand why those pillows are made and who is buying them.
I don't know if it was just like 100 years old. I don't know what was going on, but I was like, no, I'm not putting.
Yeah, like I don't care how nice the pillows are at a hotel. Like I would have 4 more as soon as we get in the bed. I sleep with so many
pillows.
Like
yes,
the princess and the fucking pea for me. Like I'm about some pillows and mattresses.
But I really truly feel like that number is more. But I will say this though, like even when I was younger, I was always very secure and confident in saying like, oh my gosh, I masturbate all the time. I got my first dildo, whatever. My friends are like, ew, I don't do that, and I'm like, hey Angela, tell me something different.
Right. I mean,
because back then we're all doing medieval times. You know, you're all using your hands, but Angela, and if you turn her that way, you know. Wait, what is it? It's like Angela and Jill.
Jill, yeah.
Jill, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Here's one that might disappoint you because I know you're a size queen. The average length of the male penis is 5 to 7 inches, and the circumference is 4 to 6 inches.
You mean centimeters?
No,
the
inches.
Circumference?
Not radius, the circumference. So measuring the whole way around.
They can't be 6 inches.
It's what?
Centimeters.
No, that's what the Kinsey Institute said.
Zach, if you had a cock that was 6 inches in circumference, it would be like that big.
You are doing some girl math. This is not 6 inches. Again, it's measuring all the way. Look,
all the way around.
Chodes are a
Pull
thing.
it out. Let's try it.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not on the high side of that scale.
My favorite. Listen, a big, beautiful. Yeah. Oh my God. I hate you. I have seen some dicks like that. Okay, listen. When I see a big, huge, perfect cock, that's beautiful too, with like, it's just a beautiful cock, okay? One of the reasons why I was so obsessed with Mr. July, okay, because it was the most beautiful cock I've ever seen in my life. I love it. It's kryptonite. My mouth is watering thinking about it. However, my favorite size cock is like that average 6.5 with a good girth. Honestly, my dildos around here, I mean, they're not like the big, huge, like mammoth fucking dildos. I like a 5.5 inch, 6 inch dildo, good girth. So the average is good. I do love a big, huge cock. Oh, I love it, and I mostly love it because you can just the positions. You can roll around. Yeah. It never falls out. It's great. You know what I mean? So, anyways, all right. This is a stat that actually kind of pissed me off. And my goal is to raise this stat. If I have any goal this year, it's going to be to raise this. So 68% of couples do not use toys with their partner. That sucks to me.
Same people using those flat ass pillows.
Come on, man. You got to have those toys in the bedroom. Everybody says, Adrian, how do I spice things up in the bedroom? Get a toy. Men, are so insecure about that sometimes, though. And toys are not your competition. They're your tag team partners. I should get that tattooed across my fucking forehead. But
that should be a bumper sticker.
It should be a bumper sticker. And it's so true. And there's nothing wrong with using toys. There's nothing wrong with using lube. There's nothing shameful about using that little blue pill, okay? Like anything that makes sex better, let it rip, man. Fuck yeah. Ugh. I just wish that is just such a great way to have better sex in the bedroom. Get a toy. You want your girl to climax? You know she's faking orgasms? Get her a fucking vibrator and put her on a clit. She gonna come. Okay? And no, do we as women expect men to be able to lick Sir Licks a lot? Even Sir Licks a lot can't lick that fast. Like, okay, like I know that the vibrators, it's competition that you can't beat, but join in. You know?
Yeah, make it part of your
so let's change that
actual
stat.
intercourse, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Frustrating. I'm frustrated. Go ahead.
So here's one. Only 1.8% of people reported being into BDSM last year.
Wait, was 1.8?
1.8.
Wow, that is super low.
Well, but I mean, think about it. A lot of people first are kink shamed, aren't introduced to fetish, are like too embarrassed. I mean, going into a sex shop is not especially some of the ones that you see. It's like, I'm going to get herpes just walking into this place.
Hey, now.
I
like the trashy ones. Yeah.
I bet you. It makes sense.
Ring me in. Y'all got a cinema back there? Show me.
But yeah.
Damn. Did I tell you? I'm like really thinking about like my goal. I would love to open like a boutique sex shop where you have like a curated experience where you come in, you have myself or trained employees who listen to what you're looking for, listen to, your needs, wants, and desires, and then they give you toys and recommend toys and stuff that can truly enhance your sex life.
I mean, you could do that online. Do like a questionnaire and have it recommend. Like, you have a website.
Yeah, and then but then hold on, and then I want like a private lifestyle party place in the back. So like, a place where I can have private events and host parties and have rooms. Everybody would be heavily vetted. It would be a very safe and secure space. I don't know. I'm thinking about that though. I mean, because you're right. Like some people
buying out a business tanning salon. They already have the rooms built.
Some people are very scared to go to sex shops and stuff, and I think a lot of it is because the way it looks.
Well, and I mean, a lot of them just aren't in areas where you want.
That's another thing too, right?
Like, bitches on Rodeo Drive go into there.
I was getting ready to say, maybe I can have like a Crave Me or Crave store on Rodeo Drive. Like, that's the kind of experience I'm talking about, where it's like, like think like glass shelves, beautiful lighting, something to think about. But I want that private little part. I want like a speakeasy in the back. Okay. I want to get my pussy ate every day back there. So
I can see you being Madam Adrian.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking about. Okay. Anyways, okay, my turn? Okay, I love when it's my turn. Okay. Okay, this is, hold on, let me see. Okay. 86% of men say they manscape, and 92% of women say that they shave. What is it for a woman? 10 to the bush. Yeah, right. Whatever. But I thought that was good. I'm going to
tell you that's a lie for men.
Oh, no.
Because just this past weekend, I was at a show, and this guy was standing right in front of me, like went to like adjust his pants, and his fucking underwear had a hole in them. That I wasn't even looking at. He was just wearing like red boxer briefs. I was like, now if your underwear are that scraggly, you are not shaving shit. You are going full. I can't tell you the number of people.
Now I have gone down, and I've been like, yo, it's too much for me. I'm like, you got to tighten that up, and then I'll come back. Yeah. But I have definitely turned down blowjobs because I'm like, this ain't going down there. I have said that before, but I will say, I mean, especially my partners now, they're all taking real good care down there, which is great. But I thought that stat was good. 90, like, tighten things up down there.
I can believe that for women because I mean, women are already shaving their legs anyway. Yeah. And, like, the 70s bush just hasn't been a thing since the 70s. But yeah, that's that for men. They lied.
Shit. All right, go ahead.
What do I got? Ladies, this is good. Just, put this in your back pocket. 26 states. Impotence is grounds for divorce.
I saw that stat too. Wow. That's crazy.
Now, you know some female fucking judge.
Yeah, she was like, fuck this. I'm not dealing with this shit. Okay, I love this stat, and I'm hoping that it becomes more too. And you're hearing this from the girl who was like, I'm not going to eat pussy. I ate pussy last weekend, by the way. And my face keeps chapping again. Stop it. Every time I eat pussy, my face peels. What is up with that?
Are you allergic?
Different pussies, too. I don't know.
Maybe there's something in the pH that's fucking with your skin.
I'm going to have to put like a barrier cream on next time. It's so crazy.
It may be like whatever's in the pH, and if you're using any kind of like retinol or something.
I know. But here we go. 1 in 3 heterosexual women have hooked up with another woman. I like that. And I feel like I was so I was always open to kissing girls, and I was saying I was bi-northern, but I'm full-blown bisexual now. I mean, I got to be honest. And I love it. I'm so glad I opened myself up to it. It's so different with a woman. It just is. And so 1 in 3.
I feel like most of those are just women who went to college.
Might be very well true. All right, go ahead. Your turn.
Okay, what do we got? 16% of people reported cheating on their partners, but 30% of people fantasized about it.
That is That is fucking bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you that number is 65% have cheated on their partners. Come on now. Like, no. That's false.
The rate of divorce, yeah, like...
Come on. Yeah. No, I don't believe that. And 100% have fantasized about it. Let's just be honest. And I think, by the way... It is absolutely unreasonable to think that your partner is never going to fantasize about someone else.
Well, yeah, I mean, just to seeing somebody like walking down the street, like they're really good. Like,
by the way, I just got to put something out there real quick. Sorry to cut you off, but I'm dying to tell you this. Hey, let me just tell you, 4 people from a situation that I had left behind have reached out. Hey now.
Situationships sparking back up.
No, like from the situation that I left, 4 people are like, hey. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Isn't that interesting?
Stay getting hollered at.
Yeah. I'm like, okay. Yep. Anyways, meant to tell you that. Mm-hmm.
We'll get names later.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to get the names.
Oh, yes.
Anyways, is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. I think you're going to like the stat. Heterosexual men tend to have smaller penises than homosexual men.
That makes sense.
I just thought that was funny. A funny stat.
Well, and that's because, I mean, you think you're a size queen, like the fucking gay community. Like,
really?
Oh, my God.
I tell you what, I had a gay roommate in college, and he fucked the hottest. Adam, what's up, man? If I could just reconnect with him. I swear to God, I'd be like, he's gay too? Oh. I'm like, is he bi? He's like, no, sorry. I'm like, fuck. I would hear them having sex, be jerking off to it. I'm like, God damn it, Adam. He had the hottest fucking cocks I've ever seen in my life.
And that's where
he was getting drilled down. He was a bottom. He was taking it too. I was like so jealous all the time. I swear to God, all these guys would walk in. I'm like, tell me one of them straight. Tell me one of them. And he'd be like, sorry. I'm like, fuck you, Adam. I swear to God, this is a true story. I was on my couch. I was like, fuck you, Adam. And it's true. I loved him as a roommate. By the way, the very best roommate I've ever had in the world.
Well,
paid rent on time.
Great roommates.
Kept the shit clean, and brought in the eye candy. And when I was fucking, he didn't care. I'd be like smoking weed, fucking, whatever. And he'd be like, Adrian, I'm going to go right now. Do you guys want anything? I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. Like, he was the best. Oh, I miss him.
Gay men make the best roommates because they are clean.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something.
They'll do your hair.
And you got to have, like, I'm not kidding when I say, I wasn't fucking around with you when I met you. I said, you're mine now. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm going to keep you.
Oh, I know that the branding on my ass really drove that point home.
I mean, I really did say to you, I was like, yeah, you're going to be mine now, like forever. You know, I was sending you all those pictures yesterday about, I was like, oh my God, 2019, that's fun to see. You're never going to get away. This was actually kind of sad to me, but the average sex session is 7.3 minutes.
Now,
that's a quickie. It shouldn't be an average.
Is that like full on, like
beginning to end? I guess.
Or is it really quick?
That's quick.
Like if that's just like pure like thrust, like yeah. But like, I mean, that's literally like, I'm in, I'm out, gotta go. Like,
I mean, look and listen, I'm all for a quickie, but that average,
yeah, that's not like the mean.
Yeah. My partners, I would say my partners and I now, like our sexual experience is about, I would say I average about 40 minutes. With foreplay and build up and all that good stuff, you know, that's a good average. Yeah. What would you say your average is?
Probably like 20, 25.
Yeah. I mean, that's better than 7 minutes.
Well, I mean, that's just like getting the fucking clothes off. Like,
yeah. Some people.
And that's why 64% of women don't orgasm.
Exactly. You're exactly right. All right, you go.
21% of people fantasize about threesomes, but only 14% reported doing it. Now, I believe the 14%, but only 21% fantasize.
Yeah.
First off, that must have been mostly people who've never heard of threesomes, because I know guys fantasize. Like, that's probably like the number one fantasy.
It's got to be. I agree.
That or like girls dressed as schoolgirls. Like, I feel like those are the two. Like,
or fucking their stepsister.
Yes. That's also a big gay porn thing. Like fucking your like step brother or stepfather.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's apparently like the step families are just a thing.
Let me tell you, I've been watching gay porn, and I watched this scene where I know this really turned me on though. It was like he was coercing his friend. He was like, "We don't have to tell anyone," and he was like, "Are you sure we don't?" It was hot. Like, I like that, like, don't tell anyone thing. Yeah, I was like, yeah. Anyways. Okay, so, yeah, I agree. And I think, God, I feel bad for anyone that hasn't experienced a threesome, because it is such an experience where the sights, the sounds, the absolute sensory overload that you experience. And I've done it all, right? So, like, MFM is by far my favorite, because I love two men. I love being the center of attention. But even FMF, like I had a threesome last weekend, and it was so hot. Like, her husband was fucking her, and I was eating her pussy, and he was popping in my mouth. Like, there's so many things that you can do. And like, I had another FMF where my friend took turns, fucking our throats as we leaned our heads up. Like, there's so many things you can do and have fun with. I feel bad for anybody that hasn't had a threesome yet. And I remember, because I was married and then in a long-term relationship, and I hadn't had a threesome until my first one was my first lifestyle party. And I can't believe I lived that long without experiencing that. It is such an experience. I love
that's because you were just, right from the oil to the fire with people who are very
God.
sexually
You ain't lying.
Conservative.
You ain't lying.
I mean, lazy is the real word I want to use, but conservative is the word we'll use today.
Oh my God. Vanilla. Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, I just realized.
Not even vanilla, like unflavored cream. Like, vanilla is too complex of a flavor for them.
Yeah. I just realized that this episode was supposed to be like a lifestyle party POV, but I've been so fucking out of my mind lately. So next episode, I'll talk about all that went down last weekend at the lifestyle party.
Give you more time to make your notes.
Yeah. Listen, I got shit going on. Life happens, and I will discuss that, because it was hot and a great party. Did you see the pictures? Like, it was so fun. Great theme, good party. I will say though, I drank too much. We'll talk about that next week. But yeah, I forgot I was supposed to do that. But fuck it, who cares? It's my show,
right?
Okay, is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. The average speed of ejaculate is 28 miles per hour.
That I believe.
I believe it too. I've seen some shit skirt across the room, and I kind of like that, or across my face.
Right.
Like what?
Or across any part of your
body. By the way, whenever anybody ever says, "Well, I've never come across that before," and I'm like, "You have it? You want to?" So yeah, I believe the 28 miles an hour. That's pretty impressive, though. All right, go ahead. You got a stat?
So my last one, and again, I think some men are lying out here.
Okay.
Because only 25% of men reported watching porn.
Oh, come on. That's a lie.
The highest percentage of porn is watched between the hours of 8 and 5.
During the day?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
One of my IT teachers in my undergrad, 1,000 years ago told me that. But I was like, y'all, you all just sitting there bored. I guess the first thing you want to do
5,
is,
huh?
yeah.
I wish I had time to do that. I'm definitely a nighttime girl.
I don't wish I had time to do that at all at work, because all that shit's log, people. If you don't want to,
no, you should never be watching porn at work. Come on,
yeah,
man.
And unless you're on your own computer that isn't VPN'd into. Like,
I mean, come on.
Do not.
No one's doing that.
Like, that's one of the
people
number
are doing
one
that,
ways
sad.
to get fired.
I mean, come on. Like, people are doing that though.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I did have a job one time where this guy kept like jerking off in the bathroom, and my friend Neil was like, "The fapper's back." He was so offended. And he was like, "Adrian, what the fuck, man?" And I'm like, "Who is it? Look at the shoes. Look at the shoes." But
I actually heard of this one guy. He was like medically diagnosed as a chronic masturbator, and they couldn't fire him because it's they had to make reasonable accommodations. I was like, what doctor said, like, first off,
Interesting.
you can't be a chronic anything like that. Like, chronic
Yeah.
like sleep patterns, like that's something you don't have control over. Chronic masturbation.
I mean, if it's popping up 12 to 6, I mean 6 to 12 every day, like what are you gonna do?
leave it the fuck alone. Right? Think about your grandmother. Like, what the hell? Although maybe that's what he was thinking about. I don't know.
I would love to know. I should take a poll. I would really love to know. And if anybody's watching on YouTube right now, please comment. What do men think about in order to delay orgasm? I would love to know that stat. I'm going to ask that on TikTok.
That's a good
Like,
question.
yeah, what do you think about? Have you ever done that before? Come on.
So I don't think about, like, I just, like, I stop what I'm doing and do something else.
Okay.
But, like, I'm not, like,
So
going to
you
be,
stop
like,
thrusting.
yeah,
or
I'm
you
going to be,
stop-
like, yeah, I'm going to, like, pull out completely and be like, now I'm going to blow you for a little while or something.
Now,
Like,
see, yeah, that's a good lover. I know. I love men that are like, I'm gonna eat your pussy for a little while. I'm like, okay, take your time. Like, you know what I
well,
mean?
yeah, because it's like, is you know, as soon as you're done, like, okay, it's like, we're done. Like,
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm going to make a TikTok about that. And if you're watching on YouTube, please comment below because I'm dying to know.
and if you say your grandmother, I'm calling the police.
You just said to use your grandmother. Okay. I still have some more stats. So okay. As far as preferred positions for men, doggy is number 1, then missionary, then cowgirl. I'm surprised by that.
Cowgirl or reverse cowgirl?
Cowgirl. Okay. And then for women, missionary is the favorite, followed by doggy and then cowgirl. So a little flip flop, but the same 3. That's funny because there's not one of those is my favorite.
And if we're being honest, that's probably because those are the only sex positions
They've ever
people
done.
know and have ever done.
Oh, isn't that sad?
I mean, could you imagine like these some religious cults who like only fuck missionary with like a sheet and a hole? It's like,
Oh my God. And after the lights are off and after a shower.
mm-hmm.
My favorite position is I like my ass hanging off the bed. No. I like my ass hanging off the bed. My knees and legs up on his shoulders. I like him to be just literally fucking the shit out of me. And I like one of his hands to be on my throat. That's my favorite position. Hands down.
So you're flexible is what you're saying.
Yeah. I like that. What's your favorite position?
Mine, the top one is when they're laying face down and then I'm like riding on top of them.
Like prone position when their legs are together?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, prone position's good.
Yeah, that's
Deep
a good one.
penetration. That is a very good one. I agree. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I have so many positions, but I do like doggy too a lot. And missionary can be okay. It can be okay.
Well, it really just depends on
The partner for
the
sure.
partner and like, you know, if they're just like on top of you flailing around like a fucking like fish out of water, like that's no good. Like,
Can I give a tip right here for men?
yes.
Please do not put all of your body weight on my fucking ass. Like, I had literally told a partner, I was like, "You're suffocating me. Like, I'm suffocating."
Yeah, missionary doesn't just mean you lay there.
Yes, like I'm like
you got to be like hoisted up on your arms and doing it.
Yeah,
Like
there's
you're basically planking. Like,
exactly. There's a rhythm to that
Yes.
shit. And I also love, I like partners where I'm able to see it going in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a big fan of that. So there's definitely some, you got to have like the rhythm for it. And then also like, just, I mean, I literally have felt like I'm like, oh my God, you're going to break a rib. Like you're going to fucking break a rib. Like
Well,
you
yeah,
got to back up. And I'm a bigger girl. Like I'm like, bro.
and, like unless you're dating some like scrawny like 125-pound guy, like most
swear to
girls
God,
are a
those-
lot smaller than their men.
Right.
So if you're putting 200 pounds of, I don't care if it's
Yes.
fat, muscle, whatever.
So much pressure.
It's literally just, I mean, what part of that do you think is fun?
You know who used to do that?
I believe that. Just
Okay, next stat.
He
Next
seemed
stat.
like a fish.
Okay, next stat. Okay.
Actually, going back to, I can understand why cowgirl is a favorite for men, because those are the same men who just get on top and flounder around,
Right.
Because they just get to sit
It's funny
there.
you mentioned that because, yeah, okay. Anyway, and
Hitting
by the
too
way,
close
if
to
you're
home.
on top, ladies, get on your fucking feet. That's another thing. Get on your
Yeah.
feet. You'd be surprised at how many men, well, not in the lifestyle and all that, like those men, we know what's good, okay? And that's actually kind of funny to me because I don't have, like, my lifestyle peeps, nobody's really surprised. It's very rare that somebody's like, ooh, like, the coming thing is definitely new for a lot of them. Like, I'm a big cum slut, so, like, coming on me and that kind of stuff is very unique. But, like, other than that, they're like, yeah, everybody here's doing their thing. But get on your feet. Like, how many men have said to me, they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm going to ride your cock. And they're like, on your feet? I'm like, just Shut the fuck up.
And all I can say is have a really strong headboard so you have something to grab onto.
That's my favorite is the headboard.
Yes.
I love that. Or you can just, I mean, listen, you just so I can imagine it looks weird, but like a frog. Like I'm like leaning over, I'm putting my body weight on my hands and I'm just riding that cock, you know, do some squats.
Yeah, right.
You know, lunges.
Tone that ass up as you're working out.
Right. Okay. Let's see. 48% of us have had a one night stand and 6% have them regularly. Yeah, I think that's about right. 50%. Yeah, I bet that's about right. Okay. 62% of us are satisfied with our level of sexual activity. I feel like that's high. But
Yeah, let's
not.
say, again, that's a lie.
Yeah, it's a little high. I mean, I can personally say that I am satisfied because I make listen,
Well,
I'm on
I
a
mean,
different level.
you were reading those stats earlier. It's like after the age of 45, like sex on
Once a
average dropped
week.
down like once a week, or even
Once every
like
2 weeks.
like 20 times a year.
Yeah. Oof. Yikes.
That's not even twice a month.
Ugh. That's depressing. I could fuck. So, okay, I have a question for you. What would be the ideal amount of sex for you?
I would say between 3 and 4 times a week, somewhere in that range.
Okay, I'm gonna say I want to
Mostly
have.
because there's some nights I want to be left alone and I don't want to see anybody, including anybody.
I understand. I would say I want to have sex 5 to 6 times a week. So like
thought you were gonna
sometimes
say
twice a day. So like 5 to 6 times a week. And then that does not include like oral sessions. I want my pussy ate every day. I have a funny story. So Mike was like, he's always talking about, he loves eating pussy. And he's actually probably the best I've ever had, honestly. Like he was born to fucking eat pussy. Okay. So it's funny. He was just kept talking about it and we were getting ready to go out to dinner and he was like going upstairs and getting something. And I ran over to the couch. I had my shoes on. I just yanked my pants down, lifted my legs, and he comes down the stairs and I'm like, you're getting a little appetizer, motherfucker. And he's like, oh my God. He's like, Adrian, all I see is New Balances in the air. I said, yeah, you're going to eat that shit, bitch. And he did. It was funny because I made a video on the way there. Like if you follow me on Instagram, you see this shit. I made a video and I was like, Mike, are you hungry? And he was like,
I saw that.
I'm pretty full. I already ate. I'm like, yeah, you did. I make him eat my pussy so much it's ridiculous at all times. And he just, so I could do that.
I hope you're at least generous and give him chapstick afterwards.
No, I like licking his lips and like tasting myself.
Well,
on
I'm
him
just
after.
saying, like afterward, like because it's very drying, all that saliva on your lips. So
He doesn't seem to have a problem. I will say something that he does, and I'm like, stop it. Like we're at dinner, and he's like, I'm like, stop it. And he's like, tastes so good.
But
I'm
if
like,
we're being honest, if it was,
but I like it.
If it was reversed, you'd be like, oh, I got a little. Because I can't tell you how many times you've something about married, and you just.
I love it. If I love like going somewhere and I have like dried up cum on my neck.
Yeah.
I live for that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, is there something on my neck?
Yeah,
Oh.
a little something about Mary.
Yeah, I'm a sick fuck. I don't care. Okay. Oh, I can't. That's the first thing I'm going to do when I get there on Thursdays. He's going to be dropping to his knees. I make him eat that pussy so much. It's out of control. But he's not complaining.
Clearly it's in control if he's doing it.
I mean, I'm telling you. Whew.
Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, the clitoris has 8,000 nerve endings,
And men-
twice as much as the penis. I was
And men
shocked
can
by
get
that.
on every one of those nerves and not do anything good about it.
Oh my God, you're so right. But I thought that was crazy. 8,000. Like, why wouldn't it be easier for us to come then? Oh, it's so not fair.
Because God's not a woman.
Okay. I think 1 in 5 Americans don't like sex. I believe that.
Yeah,
I've
these
met some
asexual
people where
bitches.
they're just like, I don't give a fuck
Well,
about it.
It's either they're asexual or they've had like really bad experiences.
Yeah.
Like the first time they had sex, like it hurt, and the guy didn't know what he was doing, and then like, fuck it, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah. And I have an amazing sex life now. Trust me. But I have not always had that. I didn't have much sex at all in my marriage just because I resented him so much and didn't want nothing to do with him. And even in my last long-term relationship, it just got so, well, I mean, I cheated and that's a whole nother fucking situation. But
She had lots of
I
sex, just
can
not with him.
say now I am fulfilled for sure in every way. Airtight, if you will. Just kidding. But that is a goal one day. But I'm proud of the way that I've evolved sexually, and really just finally embraced who I am, you know, and opened up to being bisexual and just enjoying. Like, I feel like somebody at one of your Christmas parties, your neighbor who I love, he said, Adrian, I think you're pansexual. He was like, I think you just love sex and you love love. He's like, I don't think it really matters the gender. And I was like, you know,
I think you're
right.
pansexual in as long as your pussy's getting eaten, you don't care who's down there doing the munching.
Oh, you ain't lying about that. You ain't lying. Okay. Yeah, but it was funny because I'm like, you know, that is very true, because in meeting my lifestyle tribe, like literally finding my tribe through them has been an absolute game changer, life changer. I can't even believe the person who I was 4 years ago compared to now. You know, like this show has completely changed my life. It's unbelievable. You've watched it happen. Like, it's unbelievable.
I've watched the videos too.
Oh, yeah.
Not of the lifestyle guys. Like, she doesn't, not that.
No, but you know, there's just, it's nice and it feels good. I wish this for everybody. It just sucks because you are shamed and you are judged and you are criticized and people have every single fucking thing to say. But when reality is they're insecure about their own sexuality.
They wish they could do it themselves. Well, it's funny. I've actually said that before. It's like people forget that America is a puritanical country. Like, we were founded by like these wasp up in New England. Like, they still like clutch their pearls at like anything. And I was like, you know, whereas a lot of European countries are very much they're sexually liberated.
Yes.
It's like, you know, Americans, we're very
And can
shamed.
can I touch on that? I'd like to touch on that for a moment. Yes, people talk about all inclusive and we are inclusive. Inclusivity is one of our mission. What is it? What the mission statement? We show inclusion and diversity. DEI. Bull fucking shit, because brass tacks, no they ain't. And they'll be the first ones to criticize and judge, and I hate that. I hate that it's that way. And also, listen, and I'm a B in the alphabet. I am, and you're a G. You're driving the car like that Chappelle show. It's hilarious. But people that are in the lifestyle and that are sex positive, we don't have a letter. We're the most unaccepted people in the world. We're cheaters. We're sinners. And I want to change that. Okay, like if I could just make sex positivity, can I get like on that alphabet? Can I get in that car?
I mean, I'd rather have people like that on the alphabet than some of these fucking people in this alphabet.
I'm just saying, like,
well, I guess you're just under the plus. You have the QIA plus. You're just a plus.
But the representation is not there, and neither is the acceptance. I mean, let's be honest. And you're a gay man in the world. Do you feel fully accepted everywhere you go? No fucking way, Zach.
I will say more now as an adult, mostly because I don't fucking care.
You're right, but 20 years ago, I agree.
And when I first started my career, like, I never said, and it wasn't because I was ashamed. I didn't know how other people would take it, and I take my job very seriously. Now it's like, I'm married. People see I have a wedding ring on. Like, I say my husband.
I agree. People are more accepting now, but it's
I don't even know if they're more accepting. They know it's less tolerated to be an asshole.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. Am I gonna, like, we're all the political correctness sword is like stabbing everybody in the chest, and like, is that what it is? Are you really accepting us, or is it just because you don't want to look bad to your friends?
Yeah, right.
And
quite frankly, I'm not looking for anybody's acceptance. Like, that's why I don't fucking care. Like, if you don't like me being gay, then don't ask me to suck your dick, and it'll all be great.
Well, that's my thing too. Like, if you don't like how sexually open and sex positive I am, if you have negative things to say about it, go fuck yourself. I don't care. You're not going to change who I am.
My life motto. This is the best thing I've ever heard anybody said. RuPaul said it best. If bitches ain't paying your bills, pay them bitches, no mine. If you are not paying my bills, you are not signing my check, and I am not sucking your dick, I don't fucking care what you think.
It's the triple F: financing, feeding, or fucking me. Then you have. But listen, Zach, honestly, it's easier said than done. Like, and I've said this a lot on this show, but when reality slaps you in the face with something where, like, your sexuality or how open you are. I mean, I've talked to you about the struggles. Like, people have reached out to my family. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, my father has received a call about Adrian's dangerous and she's fucking everyone. She's going to die. And this show she's doing. I mean, it's insane, right? And luckily my family fully supports me.
None of those people say that to your face.
No, nobody says it to my face, but things happen because of it. And that's a shame.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I do, I want to say I hope you feel better. I want to get them a get well soon card. I hope you get well soon. I truly
You
mean
should
that.
get them a go fuck yourself card and then have a link to your sex toy line.
My new sex
Right?
toy shop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
But like, hey,
No, I
you
think
don't like
get
what I'm
well
doing? Go
soon.
fuck yourself.
I think get well soon is a very good balloon to pass around to many people that I know. So yeah.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I do wish anybody that has ill will towards me or wants to shame or criticize and judge me, I do just wish you the very best. Like I know that you're unhappy. I know you're
See,
struggling.
you're a better person than I am because I wish you nothing but stubbing your toe.
Hold on, what's that Cardi
Over and
B
over
where
again.
she's like, she's doing that say I don't know what she's doing, but she's making like a painting and she's fucking
She's
what
being
is it?
Cardi B.
No, but she's supposed to be meditating, and he goes, I want you to say to your haters, I wish you well. And she looks at him, she goes, I wish you well in hell. And she's like spraying paint across the Yes, you. Meanwhile, I'm over there like, I hope you get well soon.
That was like when you were like, I wish nothing but John the best. I was like, I don't. I love you, John. I wish you the best now.
Hey, we just said, okay, we're not going to talk about that anymore.
That was so funny though.
It was funny as
But
fuck.
like that's just like my thing. Like I said, people they would have all the fucking opinions. I'm
I
like,
know.
look, just because you're miserable,
I know.
and you have to be to have so much hate for somebody you don't know.
Can you imagine someone renting that much space
Yeah,
in your
right.
brain? Like, I think to myself, wow, like I rent so much free space in your head. I feel sorry for you.
And people,
That's a lot.
And
That's
people
a lot.
don't like they're shocked when they hear me go like, I don't care what you do. Like, what do you mean? It's like you're not hurting me, you're not hurting yourself, and you're not breaking your law.
Right.
I don't care.
Exactly.
And honestly, if more people were like that, this whole Karen phenomenon wouldn't happen.
Yep.
That, and I believe more people need to be slapped in the face.
Oh, okay.
These people out here just saying all this shit. You know,
Oh my God.
I'm not a proponent of violence, but just a good slap in some old bitch's face who's like,
Oh my God.
like kink
Let me
shaming
tell you
you.
something. Look, I called you 2 weeks ago and some stuff happened in my favor. And I was like, yeah, fuck you, motherfucker. And I didn't even tell you really the logistics or anything that even happened. You immediately were like, yeah, fuck them, fuck that, fuck everybody. You're my biggest cheerleader.
I have such a sense of loyalty to my friends, but like a sense of justice is like if you I have no power distance. Like if you do me wrong, I don't care. You could be the CEO of a fucking Fortune 500 company. I'm like, fuck you, and your mom, and I hope she dies. Not really. But,
no, but like you are just such a good cheerleader because I called you and I was like, guess the fuck what? And you were
I'm like,
yeah, fuck them. Yeah.
Whose shit do we need to fuck up?
It's funny. I'm more of the, windshield's bigger than the rear view. I gotta move on. You gotta heal. You gotta keep it moving. Don't let negativity bring you down.
It's the windshield's more square footage for them to hit. I've never actually hit anybody.
I do want to say though, your support, unwavering support as my friend. And also it is fun to hear you just pop the fuck off on people and you say all the things that I'm thinking, which is great.
I am definitely a guilty pleasure.
I love it. I know. It's great. Oh my God. Okay, so listen, I feel bad because I promised my cravers I was going to do like a lifestyle party POV and I totally fucking forgot about that. And so you get me and Zach and sex stats and then talking about sex positivity. It's even better.
You got better, yeah.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, I did know.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, bitches.
I know. We want to go get pinched? Nipples pinched later? And then get some tension?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go have some fun together. I want to hang out with you because we haven't even had any time together outside of in this room. So we're going to go have some fun. I will see you guys back in 2 weeks where I will be talking all about the lifestyle party.
Oh.
Okay.